Well, good morning, everybody. How you doing? This is a good day to sit down and take some time out, take a little break, and get some things off your chest. Think out loud, talk out loud, and share with one another. I've been sitting here for a little while thinking about what do I want to talk about today, because I know this is going to be airing on Friday, and Friday is a good time to say, hey, it's the end of the week. Let's go into the weekend and have a good time. And when you're at work and what have you, and you've had a rough week and you're ready to just sort of get away from it all and do the things you love to do, then that's what happens on a Friday. You get ready to look forward to going out and doing all the things you like to do. Anyway, I've been sitting here looking at the paper and reading up on some of the updates, and I thought, no, I don't want to talk about some of that stuff. You know, everything that's in the news is not stuff I really want to talk a lot about, because it's just bad news, more bad news. And really what I want to do, I guess, is do what everyone else does on a Friday afternoon getting ready for the weekend, and that's just to shake it all off. You know what I'm saying? And I want to shake it all off here today, but I want to talk about things that I've noticed this week that I just want to point out, like pointing out the obvious, in order to shake it off my mind, get it off my chest, so to speak. Some of this is really nothing new, but you know, there are different things that I've noticed as I've gone throughout the week that I'd like to just address in some way verbally and share in conversation with y'all. And your comments will always be welcome. So before I get into it, let me just remind you that if you like what's going on in the videos, please give me a thumbs up. Click that notification button so you'll be notified. And of course, you have to hit subscribe for that to work really well. And share the video with other people, and we can continue to have this conversation together. And I'd love to hear those comments, or not hear them, but to read them in the comment sections below. Okay, so what is it that I want to shake off my chest this week? Well, let's see here. I wrote them down. Oh, yes. You know, I pulled out a plastic tub that I bought with some protein powder in it. And I started to make myself a little smoothie for breakfast earlier this week. And of course, when you open up one of those containers, you notice that the powder is about halfway up the canister. In other words, it's half full. And everybody has known this for quite some time. I don't know what the companies are thinking when they continue to try to pull the wool over our eyes and pretend that we don't know what's going on. Like when we buy a container of protein powder, which is pretty expensive, mind you, that we expect to get a full container of protein powder. But of course, we're not getting that. And how long has it been since we have uncovered this idea that packaging and marketing of these products that are only giving us a portion of what we actually pay for actually have been happening? How long has it been since you've noticed that? Since it's been uncovered in the press. And they're still doing it like we don't know what's going on. What do they think us consumers are? Stupid? To me, it's just a waste of product. If you're going to build a container this big and fill it half full of product, then you've wasted half the container just in packaging alone, and it's just taking up more space in the cupboards. So my thought on that is, why don't you companies out there reduce the packaging or fill up the package, one of the two? Because we know what's going on. We've been noticing it. Why are you still wasting valuable resources to make packaging that is larger than what you're putting in the package? Potato chips is another one, right? Anything that you get a paper bag full of chips, half of it is air. And we've known that for a very long time. You get pills or vitamins, and you can see right through the bottle that it's only 2/3 to 3/4 full. So why are they continuing to do that when they know that we know that it's not full? It doesn't make sense to me. So I just wanted to shake that off a little bit and say, hey, remember, we still know what's going on. We're still here, and we're still having to go out and buy these packages that are just more package than it is of product. And I'd like to see that rectified at some point in time. You know, you might save the company some money if you didn't build a larger package for less product. Just saying. All right, so that's number one, all right? Number two, junk mail. Now, there's another thing that you would think that marketing departments would get clear on now. We all know that nobody likes junk mail anymore. Okay, maybe an occasional coupon, but come on. The junk mail still comes in droves, knowing that we don't want it anymore. We throw it away. It's like garbage in the mailbox. Why don't you just save some money and not be printing all this stuff that's just going to go in the trash? Nobody's looking at it, and it doesn't make any sense to me to continually have to throw away mostly junk mail, and it's just a waste of paper and trees and printing, and resources again are being used that are being wasted. I would like to see a reduction in junk mail, just as much as I'd love to see a reduction in robocalls and sales calls on my phone. Okay? It's all the same. It's just bothering people, and nobody wants it anymore. Heck, I don't even answer the phone anymore if I don't know the number. Guarantee I'm not going to answer that phone. Even if it's someone offering me a job, they better leave a message because I don't know who they are. And I'm sorry to say that that's where I'm at in life. I have to do that. And that's the only way I can keep a positive spin on it and go about my day without being thoughtful of the idea that someone's trying to hack into my life somehow. So anyways, the mailbox is full of junk mail and bills. We could probably reduce both of those, right? Shaking off number two. All right, number three. I was out running the other day, and all I saw was tons and tons of litter on the side of the road, in the bushes, everywhere. And it's just sitting there. In fact, I saw a video on YouTube not too long ago where someone took a video of a Coke can in the Great Barrier Reef down in Australia. And that was pretty recent. Plastic in the oceans and people just throwing their garbage out the window. Cigarette butts, water bottles, paper cups, bags, whatever it is. They're just throwing it on the ground. And I'd like to see that people actually care more about the place that they are living in, to not just throw it out there like that. We do have ways to manage our garbage, and they're called trash bins. Or I keep a plastic bag or something in the car to put some trash in, and then when it's full, I take it and throw it in a garbage bin. That's what they're there for, people. And I'm just wondering what's preventing us from trying to at least improve the process and keep things clean. I hear Singapore is one of those countries that is clean, clean, clean. They do everything in their power to keep everything clean. So the people of that country obviously care about the impression that they give others and about the world that they're creating for themselves to walk around in. And in America, we talk about freedom and our civil liberties, and we want to make things great, but then we're really just working ourselves into a state of apathy and saying, I don't care, and just doing whatever we want, throwing away our garbage out on the streets. This is nothing new either. None of these shake me off points today are anything new, but they're just things that just came back to mind this week as I've been going through all kinds of stuff and trying to just sort of say, okay. Anyway, those are some of my ideas that I wanted to share with you, and I'd love to know what you think about that. You know, how are we improving with our junk mail and our consumer packaging and our litter? Am I just imagining things, or is it getting worse? Let me know in the comment boxes below. Let me know what your ideas are and your thoughts are on these concerns and these issues. And let's get together and finish out this video by shaking it off, right? Sometimes you just have to get it off your chest and just talk about it a little bit and share. Some people might call it venting. Some people might call it complaining. I don't know. I'm not really doing anything in the way of complaining. I'm just saying, you know, I'm pointing out the obvious and being very direct about it and saying it doesn't make sense to me. So what can we do to make it better once and for all? I think we have more power than we give ourselves credit for, and we can do more to clean it up, people. And I do notice that there are some people out there that are making strong effort to do that and creating organizations that clean up the oceans a little bit more and protect our marine life and just trying to clean up trash in the cities. And I don't know. I don't think it's being totally ignored, but maybe it's just because we're just a larger group of people in this day and age going through a lot of stuff that, you know, at some point you just sort of are mindless about what you're doing out there instead of being mindful. So those are some of my thoughts that I'd like to shake off my chest today. And now we can go into the weekend and have a good time, right? Anyways, give me a thumbs up if you like the video again, and subscribe, share, and leave your comments below, and we'll get together again next week. I do try to post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday about something. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about something, okay? And I might get going here soon on a series on phrases that I think are important for us to remember, and I'm going to do 3 episodes on that, so stay tuned for that. And until I see you next time, I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay? Have a good one. Bye-bye.